Hey everybody, this is so crazy. I haven't done a YouTube video in a very long time. Um, I'm going to talk a little bit about, and I'm crouching, sorry. Hi. I'm just going to talk a little bit about how, yes, it totally depends on the person, but I have met a lot of really amazing women in the past 2 years who have been struggling to try to get pregnant with their spouse. Sometimes not with their spouse, sometimes with sperm donors. And it's really hard. So, I don't usually have this habit, but I might smile when I'm really not feeling smiley. It's a defense mechanism. But we're actually in a really good place right now, which is why when you've worked hard to get to a really good place, a place of acceptance, a place of feeling good about your future, even if the pursuit of a family takes you way longer than you ever would have thought. And for some people, that's a year. For other people, it's 2 to 3 years. I've actually met some women who have taken 6, 7, 8 years just to be able to have a child. And that's not just 6 to 7 to 8 years of just waiting around and hoping that it will happen. That's that many years of treatment, that many years of failed IVF cycles or miscarriages or things looking really good and taking care of your body better than any of your friends who are trying naturally and doing everything right. And then finding out that you still are not able to have children. So, I know one person who actually has just given up after so many years because the constant hopes up and then hopes being smashed feeling is just really horrible and really just really tough on your emotions to get your hopes up every month, or at least for some people every month that you're trying with science. So because at a certain point, if you're trying naturally but doctors have told you that it's probably not going to happen naturally, you stop, you kind of sequester your hope into a specific category of just like hope. You can only come out occasionally. Otherwise, you are in this little box, and I will not let anyone hear or see you. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, but with all of that in mind, some of my most empathetic friends, and I don't have a lot of them, I have a lot of really good friends, but not everybody possesses empathy. Some of my most empathetic friends have been so supportive while Sam and I have been trying. While Sam and I have been trying. We're about to start IVF soon, so that's not something that everybody knows, but now you know. And it's weird. It's a weird path to walk because if you haven't been on this actual path, then you can tell me that you know what it's like, but you don't know what it's like. So that's where empathy comes in. Even if you haven't actually walked a mile in the shoes of that person you're trying to empathize for or empathize with, you can still try to understand how they would like to be treated. So that's why I thought I would do this video, because I know that most of the people in my life that I'm still in contact with are really well-intentioned people. But it is so hard to find out that a friend or a family member is pregnant when it's like the one thing that your body can't seem to do. And just a little quick note, we're unexplained for now, which means doctors have not been able to find a clear and definite reason why we haven't been able to get pregnant in 2.5 years. But we do have little factors. So we have little things that if you're in the TTC world, you would know all these terms. So I look so weird. I look like a little T-Rex. Hi. But if you know these terms, then you'll be like, oh yeah, of course, those are contributing factors. But if you don't know the terms, they'll just fly right over your head. So I'm not going to list them here, but there's a couple things that I have that are small. One of the big issues actually is just that I only have one ovary, but believe it or not, that actually shouldn't hinder our chances and our ability to get pregnant normally and quickly, because I don't ovulate every other month, contrary to myths and what the internet has told me way long ago in the past when I first started researching. And Sam has a couple of things as well. So, but his are also small, minor. So we should be able to get pregnant. It's just not happening. And in the meantime, we've tried science in a couple of small ways, but we're now ready to move on to the big guns, which is namely IVF. So with all that in mind, when a friend texts you, I'm just going to get straight to the point now. When a friend texts you very excitedly and happily and says that she's pregnant, without any acknowledgement of the fact that that's something that, my husband and I have been trying to accomplish for a while, without any acknowledgement of how that might feel for me, it feels, it smacks you right in the face. And it feels like a blatant disregard of the fact that you're not just announcing this to the public. You're not putting it on Facebook. You're not putting it up as an Instagram post that you've carefully decided how you're going to announce to people that you're having a baby. You took the time to bring up my name and my phone number on your phone and tell me individually that you're having a baby. That's thoughtful on a surface level, because you took the time to seek me out individually and tell me. It's also super not thoughtful and careless to not mention anything about the fact that we've been trying for so long, and that might be really hard news for us to take. And that maybe if we aren't happy right away with that kind of news, that you'll understand, because it's really difficult to want something so badly and then see other people achieve it without medication, without science, without constant doctor's appointments, without people constantly wanting to ask you really invasive personal questions